If you guys are ready, so let's get started. Hello.
Yeah, ready.
Okay. Once again, good evening, everyone. So let's begin today's class. Sit up straight on your mat, hands on your knees, turn your palms up, keep your spine straight, nice and long. We will begin with 3 Om together. Take a deep breath in. Join your hands together in front of your heart center. Bend your head forward. Pray to the God for today's practice, for today's energy. Open your eyes while blinking. Namaste to everyone. My name is Rahul Rawat, and today's class will talk about alignment, a little bit about the vinyasa. So, how many of you have already taken classes of vinyasa?
I think no.
No?
No,
So,
we
whatever
have
you
seen
do
the
in the
pre-recorded, but not like
okay. So
join the
vinyasa
class.
basically okay. So vinyasa basically is a movement. So that should be synchronized with your breath. All right. If you are breathing like if you're inhaling, so you have to move into that extension. If you're exhaling, you have to flex your or contract your abdomen or your lungs. Okay. So basically one movement there, one breath is there. All right. The same thing happens in your Ashtanga Vinyasa. That is a primary series, secondary series, and advanced series. In this, you have set a posture that you need to follow up after one another. Okay? So you have to do one posture, then you have to jump into another posture. Until unless you complete it before the previous posture, you cannot jump into another posture. Okay, so that is your Ashtanga Vinyasa. So in Vinyasa class, everything is going to combine. We are going to pick up some of the postures from Hatha Yoga, Ashtanga Vinyasa, or from Vikram Yoga too. Like from anywhere, you can pick up some of the postures, then you can make a transition in between them. All right. So if you are doing Ashtanga sun salutation or Hatha sun salutation, that will also come in your Vinyasa because there is a one movement and one breath. We got it? It's very easy to understand. And have I made myself clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And in alignment class, we'll also talk about the posture. Let's suppose you're doing downward facing dog, mountain pose, or warrior 2. So we have 3, 4 warriors: warrior A, warrior B, warrior C, and humble warrior, reverse warrior, side angle poses. So we'll also discuss about them. Okay. So if you guys have any confusion in any posture, so we'll discuss about this. Then we'll go further to the practice. Any posture that you want me to discuss?
I
Ito
noticed
lang, ano,
when
What?
I'm doing a shoulder stand, it may feel as if I'm straight, but my legs are slightly at an angle. So I'm not sure what the problem is with my shoulder stand. It doesn't seem to be quite right. And also with handstands, you know, with the practice for the jumping back. I wondered if you had any exercises that were good for helping with that, because I'm struggling with that, with handstands and with my arm
Okay,
strength doing those.
so okay, so let's talk about handstand. Okay, so if you're keeping your hands like this, extend your hands forward. Just understand your body movement. Just extend your hands forward, and while inhaling, take your hands up. Just extend, elevate your shoulders high, and turn your palms up. Like turn your palms up like this, and then reach up high. So here there should be a contraction of the abdomen while inhaling. So how do we usually engage our abdomen? How do we engage our core? While inhaling or exhaling? What do you feel like? Just take your
Inhaling.
hands up, then you will understand. Inhale. Just again, please extend your hands up. Inhale. Your abdomen is going in or out?
In.
In, right? So the movement that cuts in, that is going to be engagement of the abdomen. When it's popped out, at the time you're just releasing your breath and releasing your abdomen. Have you got it?
Yeah.
Same thing when you're keeping your hands here like this, beside of your chest. Keep your hands here. Just pull your elbows up. Pull your elbows up. Keep your spine straight. While exhaling, extend your arms forward, lower your head down. Now simultaneously, you have to extend your arms up and lift your head up. Okay? So move your hands up. Just fix your gaze and then look up high and feel that engagement of your sideways, engagement of your abdomen at the same time your hands do. Okay? Here we are just bringing that engagement from the beginning. If you're just keeping your hands like this, you won't feel any engagement. Just extend your arms up like this. You won't be engaged with the abdomen. You won't be engaged here with your serratus anterior. These are called serratus anterior muscle. That is very supportive and that is going to move your scapula too at the same time. Until unless you engage this part, your scapula won't move. Scapula means your shoulder blades. These are your shoulder blades. Like this part and this part are your shoulder blades. Until unless you engage this part, you cannot elevate your hands up. Okay? So what you have to do all the time whenever you're going for the handstand or any posture, whether you're talking about any inversion like crow pose, crane pose, shoulder stand, or handstand, headstand, anything, you have to always be engaged from here, from the sideways. Okay. So how you going to engage this until unless you contract that and then pull up high, that engagement will come automatically. And the second exercise that we can follow up for this, thumbs up beside of your chest, or just first look at me so that you can understand, and then exhale. Just take your elbows up, lower your head down, and then make a big circle. Extend your hands forward and then out. Lower your head down and feel that extension on your scapula, like your shoulder blades are moving away from each other. Extend your hands forward. Inhale. Again, bring your thumbs up close to the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Just like this. Okay, so these two exercises that we are going to do in order to engage your sideways and your shoulders blades together. Okay, so let's practice this one. Keep your hands here like this, turn your palms forward and be aware of your breath too. Exhale, extend your arms forward, lower your head down. Now with the next inhalation, extend your arms up over the, I'm sorry, extend your arms up, look up high in between your hands, and then exhale, release down. Very nice. Again, keep your hands here beside of your chest. Exhale, extend your hands forward, lower your head down. Very nice. Contract the abdomen, just engage into your abdomen. Inhale, extend your arms up. Lift your head up, look at your palm. Very nice. And then exhale. Again, bring your hands beside of your chest. Now, while exhaling, extend your arms forward, lower your head down. If you don't feel any engagements, just please let me know so that we can go further accordingly. Now, inhale, and then exhale. Again, keep your hands here. We will do 2 more rounds. Exhale, extend your hands forward, lower your head down. Just bring that awareness on your scapula, shoulder blades. Inhale, reach up high. Very nice. And then exhale, release back. Now, one more time for the last. Extend your hands forward. Now, while inhaling, reach up high with your both hands. Look at your palm. Look at your palm or in between your hands. Look at there. And then exhale, release back. So how many of you do headstand? Just raise your hand so that I can see. How many of you do headstand?
Handstands.
Okay, you do handstand. Okay. Okay. Just look at me from the sideways. Then you will understand why we were doing these parts. Okay. So as you are here in this position, keep your hands here. Now extend your hands forward, make a hump on your back. While inhaling, look up high. So here it's like all the way in line. My shoulders, my hip, they all are in line. Okay. And your lungs should be expanded, but make sure you're not making any arch on your back. If you have arch on your back, you have to scoop your tailbone in and then reach up more high. All right. So there we have our hip movement too. If you are rotating your hips forward, this is called anterior pelvic tilt. When you're squeezing your tailbone in, this is called posterior pelvic tilt. Okay, so this is your anterior, this is your posterior. So what do you mean by posterior? By squeezing your tailbone in, lifting your pubic bone high. So here we have pubic bone in front, tailbone backward. When you're inhaling, scoop your tailbone in all the time. You'll be engaged with the thighs at the same time. Okay, your abdomen should be engaged, your thighs should be engaged, and your hips should be rotated outward. Got it? Just come up on your knees one more time. Very nice. Just understand this hip movement. Now move your hip forward. This is anterior pelvic tilt. Anterior means you're falling forward to the front side. Posterior means you're squeezing your tailbone in. You won't have any arch on your back now. Now inhale, scoop your tailbone in. Keep your hands here beside of your chest. Lower your head down. Extend your arms forward. Inhale. All the way come up high. Just feel that engagement in your abdomen. Yes. Salonaji, you're making arch on your back. Just try to elevate more higher. Just elevate more higher. Yes. So this elevation we need to have in this posture. Okay. So now release back. So now keep, like, there are 3 movements, 3 actions that we need to always keep in our mind. First is leaning. Okay. Until unless you lean forward, you cannot find the balance. Okay. Let's suppose here you're on the tabletop. If you're leaning forward, if you just keep leaning without resisting this action, it won't be anymore tabletop or handstand. Okay. So press your hands, lean forward, at the same time, resist this action by pushing your tip of the toes, tip of the fingers on the floor. Have you understood what do I mean here? If you're leaning forward, make sure you're pressing your fingertips down on the floor so that you can resist and you can find the stability in your shoulder socket. Okay. And third is elevation. First was leaning, second was resisting, third is elevation. Okay, if you're doing crow pose, let's suppose this is your yogi squat position. Press your hands on the floor. If you're leaning forward, at the same time you have to resist this action and elevate your shoulders like this. Then you can easily find the balance. Okay, if you already know Chaturanga Dandasana, if you already know crow pose, then it is going to be easy to get into the handstand as well. Okay, so handstand is not about like a lot of strength in your core and all. It is about finding the balance in your arms only. Okay, I do not have abs too, but I do handstand. Okay, so you just need to find the balance by pressing your fingertips down on the floor. So this is very important to understand. Just keep pressing your fingertips. The more you press your fingertips, the better understanding you will have in your arm muscles. All right. Okay.
So in the
Just come up
handstand,
into
you fold the elbows also, or the elbows are, your arms are straight?
Arms should be straight when you are in the handstand.
Okay.
And one more thing I would like to say here, if you are bending your elbows outward, okay, if you're bending your elbows outward, you will definitely fall forward and you will fall in. If you're extending your arms, then you are going to elevate automatically. So this is called rule of thumb. Whenever your elbows are bending out, you will get down. Whenever your elbows are extending, you will find that elevation. Okay, just try to extend your elbows, rotate your hands slightly outward, and then reach up high. So let's do one more drill that we have got in this vinyasa. Just look at me here. As you are here in the yogi squat position, press your hands on the floor, press, and then reach your tailbone high, and then softly land down. Make sure your feet are close to your palms. One more time, join your hands together, press your palms, elevate your hips high, and then land softly. Make sure you do not make any noise with your feet. Come up into the yogi squat. Just go to the end of the mat. RS जी ठीक है आपको क्या करना है देखो नो नीड टू रीच ऑल द वे अप देखो मैं भी अपना लेग ऊपर नहीं कर रहा हूँ जहाँ पे ये समझना है आपको प्रेस योर हैंड्स ऑन द फ्लोर आपको लैंड सॉफ्टली करना है पाम्स के बगल में माय हैंड्स आर हियर प्रेस एंड देन सॉफ्टली जेंटली रीच डाउन press elevate very nice and feet should be close to your palm feet should be close to your palm very nice again join your hands press your hands on the floor बहुत बढ़िया सोनाली जी reach up high very nice yes keep walking like this so abdomen engagement is not as important as to find the balance in the handstand ठीक है just keep trying like this and one more thing if you are going for the handstand make sure you're not tired if you're practicing 1 hour and then you're trying to go for the handstand jump up okay you just need to warm up your wrist yes
Can you tell again how to jump actually?
Okay, one more time.
You have to get, yeah.
Just join your hands together like this into the yogi squat. Press your hands on the floor and then reach your hips up and then softly land beside of your palms. Just look front, always look front. If you're looking down, it will be hard to find the balance. Good job everyone, keep trying. Yes, RS जी just थोड़ा सा और लैंड आगे करिए थोड़ा सा और आगे लैंड करिए बहुत बढ़िया you can easily learn handstand इसके बाद join करो hands को join your hands again press your hands on the floor good job
handstand I can do
okay
yeah handstand there's no problem
okay then fine
yeah
So
But
one
I
more
was
thing.
not doing the yogic way. I was doing the gymnastic way.
Okay, okay. So
So
one more thing.
gymnastic way is like this way.
Yes. Yeah, this is also fine. Like if you're jumping, but if you know one more thing we have here, like press handstand. In this, we need to just bend forward and then elevate your legs softly upward.
Mm. So
Okay,
your
that is
upper
very
body
hard.
get more strength in this
Yes.
yogic.
So your shoulders should have like a lot of strength in
Yes.
your handstand. Okay, so one more thing, make sure whenever you're in the handstand or crow pose, whether you're in the tabletop, जब भी आप अपने hands को नीचे रखोगे, whenever you're placing your hands on the floor, make sure your index finger are parallel to each other.
Okay.
Index finger, these fingers should be parallel to each other, and then flatten your palms on the floor. See one more thing, just come up on the tabletop. Come up on the tabletop. If you're turning your palms inward, turn your palms inward like this. Yes, and then try to lean forward. Try to lean forward. You cannot go further than this. Okay. Now keep your hands parallel to each other, like index finger parallel to each other. Now try to, while exhaling, bend forward. Keep leaning, keep leaning, keep leaning. Do not make arch on your back. Saloni, scoop your tailbone in like this. Yes, keep leaning forward. So here you must be feeling more engagement right here. Okay? If you're turning your palms all the way outward, then it's going to be more easier to lean more forward, more forward, more forward. Okay, just turn your palms all the way outward and then lean forward like this. Your shoulders will be, yes, depressed down. और सलोनी जी, do not push your hip down. अपने hips को थोड़ा सा ऊपर करिए and arch नहीं बनना चाहिए आपके, ठीक है? Yes, RS आप भी वो करिए, scoop करो tailbone को. देखो अभी क्या हो रहा है? As you are here in this position, you are leaning forward, but you are making arch on your back.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
scoop your tailbone in and then keep leaning forward. And hips को push नहीं करना है ऐसे रखना है, scoop your tailbone में and then lean forward. Just keep trying, guys. Very well. Very nice. Now stay there for 5 counts, 10 count, as long as you want. Keep leaning forward and then hold for last 5, 4, breathe in and out, 3, 2, and then 1. Move back to the tabletop. Again, lean forward, press your hands on the floor. Lean forward, very nice. Scoop your tailbone in, engagement should be there in your abdomen for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then again move back. For the last time, press your hands on the floor, lean forward. Good job, and then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, come back to the center. तो इसके बाद हम थोड़ा सा एडवांस करेंगे. I mean, we will get into the plank pose. ठीक है? So while leaning forward, you just need to lift your knees off the floor. देखो यहाँ से when you are scooping your tailbone in, leaning forward, just lift your knee off the floor. This is your plank position. अगर आप directly जाओगे without any engagement, you will be like this into the plank. Okay? So try to lean forward, scoop your tailbone in, keep leaning, and hold the position. So this is going to be your plank pose. Again, come up on the tabletop. Rotate your hands slightly outward so that your index finger are parallel to each other. Good job. Now lean forward, very nice. And then lift your knees off the floor, tuck your toes under. Good job. And then hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, come back to the center. Release your hands down. Now from here, just move your wrist. Did you feel the difference when you were rotating your hands inward, outward, when
Yeah.
they were parallel to each other?
Yes.
What did you feel? What did you feel
Yes.
in this?
In this, if we are going straight, then there is no pressure on here on your shoulder. When you go for the parallel to this index finger, when you go forward, then you feel that strength here and your abdominal.
Yes, abdomen. Very nice. So आपको ये करना है, whenever you are rotating your hands outward, there you will be find that more strength in your shoulder, in your deltoid. Here, this is called deltoid, and your abdomen will get engaged automatically. Okay. So whenever you're keeping your hands on the floor, make sure your index finger are parallel to each other. Then you're leaning forward and engaging your core altogether. Okay, that is going to give you a lot of strength, a lot of awareness that we require to have in the yoga pose. What do we call handstand in Sanskrit name? Anyone know here? What do we call like handstand in Sanskrit? So this is your Urdhva Vrikshasana when you are keeping your legs straight.
Mm-hmm.
Like this. This is your Urdhva Vrikshasana. When your hands are on the floor, this is Adho Vrikshasana.
Ad?
Okay. Adho means downward.
Okay.
Vrikshasana.
Adho-Vrikshasana.
Adho Vrikshasana. ठीक है?
Adho-Vrikshasana.
हाँ. तो थोड़ा सा wrist को warm करते हैं. Let's do wrist warm up. Keep your hands here in this position in the tabletop. Now from here, just make a big circle without moving your hands. Your hands will be straight. Just move your hips. Your hands will move, but your hands should be straight. Just move your hips back and then all the way around on the axis of your palms. Press it all point of your palms on the floor and then again lean forward. Keep pressing and then again move back. Press your hands, lean forward, keep moving. 1, go slow with your breath. In vinyasa, we need to synchronize our breath with the movement. Just keep moving. 1, inhale, and then exhale. Inhale while leaning forward, while exhaling, move back. Keep lean forward, move forward, and then start to make a big circle. 1, बहुत बढ़िया. Keep pressing your palms on the floor. 2, 3, 4, 5. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again, get back to the previous position, back to the center. So one more arm engagement we will do. Just turn your right palm inward like this in the center. Come up on the tabletop. Turn your right palm inward like this. Okay? So your right hand should be in the center. Center में होगा right hand आपका. Now from here, take your left hand. यहाँ से अंदर ले जाएंगे. Take your left hand in, and then grab your right thumb with your left hand. Just grab. Inhale. Spine is straight. Look front, and then inhale there, and then exhale. While inhaling, move your hips back. Move your hips back. Move your hips back. Very nice. And look front, and then hold. 1. Feel that. Keep pulling your arm muscles back. 2, 3. Good job. Just look front. Squeeze in your tailbone. 4. And 5. Again, come back to the center. Now let's do on the other side. Turn your left palm in. Now grab your left thumb with your right hand. While inhaling, move your hip back. Yeah, Saloni, just take your hand अंदर से जाएगा आपका हाथ. Now just move your hips back. अपने palm को पूरा turn in करना है. Turn your palm all the way inward. Inward. Yes. And then again start to move your hips back. And then hold. 1, 2, 3. Lower your hips down on your heels. 4 and 5. Again, come back to the center. Now turn your right palm in one more time. On the other side, grab your right thumb with the left hand. And then slowly, gradually move your hips back. Look front. Keep your right hand straight. And then hold for the last 5 more counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yes, Karen.
I think I'm doing it wrong because I don't feel any difference when I pull my thumb.
Okay, so
I don't know. What part of your arm are you accentuating?
It is going to be engaged. Yes. So you here, whenever you're pulling your arm in your thumb backward, so here you will feel that sensation right here. So this is we required to have in this position when you're in the handstand. Okay. So thumb, if you're pulling your thumb back, and then you will have that extension here in the like inner part of your forearm.
Oh, are your fingers?
If you are not pulling your thumb backward, you will just feel that extension here, like all the way around in your forearm. So we are just triggering one particular muscles from here inward of your forearm.
So when you say rotate your palm inward, you mean your fingers are pointing towards your knees?
Sorry. Your hands are rotating outward, but you're turning your hands inward.
So your fingers pointing.
Rotation of,
yeah.
Yes, backward.
Yeah, external rotation of the arm, fingers pointing to the knees, and then pulling with your thumb, and that's going to accentuate more shoulder.
No, just forearms.
And your forearm, like more forearm, not a shoulder.
So what's the difference with and without the pull of? So the thumb adds what? The thumb pull.
Okay, so let's do all together. Then let me know the difference. What you feel? If you're not pulling your thumb backward, how do you feel? Just pull back. Just look front. Without pulling your thumb. Okay.
Forearm.
Now the moment when you're pulling your thumb backward and then moving back, you will find more stability, more extension in your forearm. Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just tight enough that they feel pretty similar.
Okay, so so let's differentiate what we were doing before and what we are doing now. Let's suppose you're doing Chaturanga Dandasana. Doing Chaturanga Dandasana here or plank pose. If you're doing plank pose just like this, you're hanging into the joint in your shoulder socket. It's hanging and you can hold here not more than 30 seconds or 40 seconds because here you are not engaged with your scapula. But when you're engaged here, leaning forward, here you're all the way engaged from your abdomen and shoulder, then you can hold here for a long period of time. The same thing happening here, when you're just moving back, you're just hanging into the joint. The moment when you're pulling your thumb backward, now here you have found that support and it is going to give you more stability. Okay, so that's why we are basically pulling our thumb backward and then just go further from the other side. We are left with left side. Just move your hips back. and then hold 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again come back to the center. So if you don't want to like pull your thumb backward, you can keep your right hand on your left palm. Okay, like this. Just like this, keep your hand here and then again move back. We just need, like in yoga, basically, we need to have something in order to bring the engagement. If you just keep hanging like this, you won't find any engagement. You're just leaning on your joints. So that is why whether you're in the hands crow pose or chaturanga dhanasana in the plank or in the warrior two, so there we need to have that engagement. We need to have the support so that you'll be more stable into the posture. Okay, the more you hold, the more strength you'll have in your posture. Okay, in order to get that maximum benefit of the posture, you just need a support to hold there. Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Now again, yes, Jim.
No, thank you for showing that, because I always feel that this part is very weak, and I feel it when I'm doing the handstand or the throw, that it's this bit that I need to do something to.
Okay, just turn your palms outward now, like this. And in the handstand, your hands should be open according to the shoulder distance or shoulder width apart. Okay, turn your palms outward. Now start to lean side to side. 1. Keep pressing your fingertips down. 2. Keep leaning to the left side. 4. 5. 6. Spine straight. 7. Just keep moving to the side. 8. But look front. Do not look at the camera, otherwise you will have a strain in your neck. 8. 9. And then again come back to the center. Shake your hands. Move your wrist. So it was about the strength of your wrist or of your palm. But what about how are we going to find the balance? So your fingertips will play a major role in this. Okay? So whenever you're pressing your fingertips down, that is going to find the balance in this posture. Here we can hold, we can push, we can elevate, but while leaning forward, your fingertips are going to play a major role. All right. So if you're not pressing your fingertips down, you can never find the balance. You cannot never find the balance in this position like this. So you have to find the center of the gravity by pushing your fingertips down on the floor and then reaching up. Okay. So now again, come up on the tabletop. From here, see one more thing. If you are doing these things on the floor, that is going to be better, or like that will give you more benefits as compared to this one, because it's very soft. Okay, just come up on the floor, place your hands on the floor. Now from here, we will just push our fingertips on the floor like this. 1, just push your fingertips down. 2, just push your fingertips down, keep moving like this. You're just feel like you're pressing something. 3, press, look forward. 4, keep pressing your fingertips down. 5, 6, 7, keep pressing. 8, 9, keep pressing, very nice. And then 10. Now release back. How many of you do crow pose? Okay, yes, Jane, do you do crow pose?
Yes, I can do crow pose.
Okay, Saloni ji, aap, Anuradha ji, Karen, you also do. Pooja ji, do you do crow pose?
Like I tried, but it is not coming.
ओके आज आ जाएगा, ठीक है, विल कम
For
टुडे।
me also.
चलो कोई नहीं, हो जाएगा आप लोगों से भी। जस्ट कम अप इनटू द योगी स्क्वाट इन दिस पोजीशन। मेक श्योर योर एल्बोज आर बेंट इनवर्ड, ठीक है,
On
और
the
अपनी एल्बो को
floor, sir, or on the mat?
ऑन द फ्लोर करोगे बेटर रहेगा,
Okay.
ठीक है। अपनी एल्बोज को आपको एडजस्ट करना है, एडजस्ट एल्बोज ऑन द इनर थाई और ऑन योर इनर नीज। जॉइन योर हैंड्स टुगेदर, प्रेस योर पाम्स। Now again remember to push your fingertips down. जितना आप fingertips push करोगे उतना ज्यादा आप बैलेंस फाइंड करोगे। Press your hands on the floor, move your hips up. अगर आपके पास cushion है, कुछ चीज है, तो you can use it in front. ठीक है, press your hands, reach your hips up, and then look front. आप अगर in करोगे head को, then it will be hard. Always look front. Whenever you're tucking your head in, it is going to be tough. Just look front, bend your elbows, and then lean forward, press your palms, elevate, and then hold. Lift your one leg at a time. If you don't know the crow pose, just lift your one leg at a time. Okay? Just lift your one leg at a time, and then reach up high, press your hands. Very nice.
Can I keep my knee on my elbows?
Yes, that is advanced one. But see, one more thing here, we do have different pose in this position. When your elbows, like your knees are outward of your elbows, this is called frog pose. But when your knees are on the elbows, that is called crow pose. Okay? So if you understand this one, then it is easy to find the balance on the one leg like this. All right, so better to come up on your elbows.
Can you show one more time?
Okay. तो यहाँ से आपको क्या करना है, अपनी एल्बोज को ऐसे पुश करा, ठीक है, आउटवर्ड इन द बिगिनिंग। आपको एल्बोज को यहाँ रखना है, प्रेस योर हैंड्स ऑन द फ्लोर एंड देन लुक फ्रंट and then lift your one leg at a time like this, and then other leg, and then keep pressing your fingertips down. Just look at the fingertips, they are very strong and they cannot be lifted. Just keep pressing your fingertips down and then lean forward and find the balance. अगर मैं अपनी fingertips को उठा दूंगा, if I do not push my fingertips down, I will completely fall forward.
Okay.
Just keep pressing. Very nice, Alona ji. Just look front. Good job. Try to find that stability. Yes. Lift your hips more higher than before. Very nice. Look front and find the stability. Very nice. Just press your fingertips down. Be aware. Okay, so let's make one transition in this posture.
Okay.
Okay, now come up into this position again. Yogi squat or crow pose, whichever you feel comfortable. Just look at me here. Press your hands on the floor and then come up high into this position, and then drop your head slowly, gently here in this position, and then hold here like this. So after not swinging, just swing back into crow pose again. Again, lower your head down, go slow. Inhale, come up high. देखो अगर आप you cannot if you're gonna find the balance in
पैर ही लिफ्ट हो नहीं रहा है मेरा।
पैर लिफ्ट नहीं हो रहा है।
हाँ, इसीलिए तो वो नहीं आ रहा है।
हाँ, तो आपको ना जितना आप पुश करोगे फिंगर टिप्स से, यहाँ पे केवल फिंगर टिप्स का रोल है इम्पोर्टेंट, ठीक है। यू हैव इनफ स्ट्रेंथ बट यू कैन नॉट फाइंड द बैलेंस ऑन योर फिंगर्स। जितना आप पुश करोगे फिंगर से उतना इजी होगा एंड गेज को फिक्स करो, हमेशा नीचे देखना है, सामने में, ठीक है? सामने देखोगे आप सब लोग सामने देखो, जस्ट लुक फ्रंट एवरीवन.
And then gap should be, how much should be the gap?
According to the shoulder level. Like जितना आपके shoulders हैं उतने आपको वो खुलेंगे, ठीक है? और अपनी elbows को और tuck in करो, elbows को और अंदर ले आओ, और अंदर, और अंदर, और अंदर. आपकी elbows यहाँ पे ना भी, इसको और अंदर ले आओ.
अच्छा.
ठीक है? Now press your hands on the floor. Just look front. जैसा भी आपकी spine है ऐसी रहेगी हमेशा. Just look front, lean forward, press your palms, and then look down, and then find the balance. One by one, lift your one leg. Okay? In the beginning, your hands will shake, but after that, once you have a good muscle memory in your arms, then it won't shake anymore. Good job. बहुत बढ़िया राहुल जी. Again, come back, press. Swing back, very nice. Press your fingers. बहुत बढ़िया. तो जब तक आप गिरोगे नहीं, तब तक आपको समझ नहीं आएगा आपको कैसे बैलेंस बनाना, ठीक है?
जी.
बस आपका डर खत्म होना चाहिए. Remove your fear. Anything else that you want to ask about today's class? Any question?
I think it's clear. You are telling us very briefly.
Sir, in this pose, are we putting our knees on the elbows?
एक और बताना क्या बोला आपने, समझ में आया?
Sir, हम अपनी knees, we are putting the knees on the elbows.
Yeah, knees on the elbows is very hard because we have very small space here. Okay, so we have very small. Just bend your elbows like this, and just feel a little space here in your humerus bone. This is your humerus bone. यहाँ थोड़ा सा space दिख रहा है. Just push your fingertip on your elbow. So we need to adjust our knees on this space like this. Elbows को rotate करना outward, अपनी knees को यहाँ पे adjust करना है. Starting में काफी hard होता है, मेरे लिए भी hard था, but last में जब stability find हो जाती है आपके shoulders पे, then it is going to be easy. ठीक है? Starting में आपकी shake करेंगे, आप move करोगे ऐसे, ऊपर नीचे होगा, and then after once you keep on practicing, then you will understand how you can find the balance. Okay, so
the point is we are just
yes,
sorry may continue.
हाँ तो
no, I'm just asking that
हाँ बोलो
sorry
चलो बोलो तो
please continue I'm so sorry.
मैं क्या बोल रहा था मुझे याद नहीं आ रहा, आप बोल लो प्लीज.
I was saying that we just have to push our thighs with the inner thighs with our elbows, right?
हाँ, yes. हाँ, तो जितना पुश
the
करोगे,
main problem is the main problem is I am lacking strength on my arms and shoulders, so that is the main thing which is hurting the most. तो
yes,
वहाँ पे ज़्यादा काम करना है शायद.
ठीक है. तो how many of you do chaturanga dandasana? Do you do chaturanga dandasana?
No, that's the reason I have said you for more how to do that.
Okay, if you can hold into chaturanga dandasana, it means you have enough strength in your shoulders, you have enough strength in your arms. You just need to find the stability. So how you are going to find the stability? Yes.
Yeah, in Chaturanga Dandasana also we have to, means I am putting my knees on the floor. Only that then I have to put. I need some little, yeah.
Okay, so tomorrow we will do Chaturanga Dandasana as well. Chaturanga Dandasana में भी कुछ alignment है that we need to understand. ठीक है? Okay, any other question that you want to ask? No? Okay, so let's finish today's class with a great smile. Keep your hands on your knees. Close your eyes. We will finish today's session with 1 Om followed by 3 Shanti. Take a deep breath in. Shanti,
Shanti,
Shanti, Shanti. Join your hands. Forward. Honor yourself, honor your practice. Open your eyes while blinking. Namaste to everyone. Thank you so much for joining me here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Enjoy your day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Be well. Enjoy. Be well.
Okay, thank you so much.